This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so Ellie Murillo, okay, on Boston 25, she breaks the news that New England Patriots star Stefon Diggs is charged with felony strangulation or suffocation, a misdemeanor assault, stemming from an incident on December 2nd. She was inside the courtroom before they broke the story. Hey, Cardi B. Cardi B is one of like 5 baby moms, okay? And she thinks she's the main baby mom. But of course, Stefon Diggs has his own money, okay? Stefon Diggs is rich. So is she. And a man that has money usually would go for the baby mom that's more... like Cardi B would be too much of a boss for him eventually, because she has her own money, she has her own options and everything, So I think he makes like, am I right? He makes like $10 million a year, right? He cashes $500K bonus. He's $60 million. He's estimated $60 million. He has endorsements with Jordan Brand and Adidas and a bunch of other people. But, like, those will disappear because if he keeps getting into trouble like this, Jordan Brand and Adidas will quickly. But plus, you're not going to be with both. So maybe he was with Adidas first and now with Jordan. I don't know how that goes, but they will separate from you immediately. Total NFL earnings, $137 million, and obviously you have a lot of like people from that. So he's going to want. Cardi B and him won't work out in the long run because, and I hate to be negative, but it's true. She's leaving Offset, who cheated on her, to someone who has always cheated on everybody. It's just like she's crazy. Of course, we already talked about 50 Cent reacting to Davies. Davies continues to deny these charges, or these accusations, I should say, that a woman claims he stole $30K or coerced her out of $30K out of her bank account last year. And she's like, I'm trying to stop other women from being victim. Hey, man, it's he says he never knew her. So I got to say that Davies is denying her. But this is a common thing that does happen with some females, that they get with a guy and, I don't know how these guys do it, but they put a story out there like, yo, I just need this for this. And I got you right back. Come on, man. I'm this, I'm that. I'm good for it. If you can't do it, then screw it. You ain't down with. They guilt the person. I've seen this happen to people. I mean, you got to be careful. Davey says I don't think she ever had $30K in her life. 50 Cent shaking his head. I don't know if he's shaking his head at Dave East or he's shaking his head at this girl going after him, but it is what it is. Tekashi reacts to Kai Cenat breaking up with Gigi and him breaking up. And he says, she's, for your status, bro, she's ugly. Yo, he says, she's ugly, man. You can get 10 times prettier girl. And, they're all going to want stuff because you're rich. So you might as well get the hottest one that you got to buy things for. It's not a bad point. I mean, no offense to any women out there, but Gigi was obviously after money because she would have PowerPoint presentations describing the kind of stuff she wants. I don't think this is true, but they're saying Mel Matrix got out early and gave some information on different. I thought it was a little fake when they said Tekashi. What does he have to offer about Tekashi? It says Mel Matrix just walked free after serving 4 years of an 11-year bid, and the streets are already calling him Cap. Linked to Jim Jones, tied to the same federal web unraveled Tekashi. His sudden release ignited deals in place, loyalty debates, backlash, racketeering sentence cut nearly in half. No clear explanation. It's true. Something is up with the Mel thing, but I don't think it has anything to do with Tekashi or anything like that. But He has been a kid. But, you know, a lot of people are turning on Jim Jones now, too, because they feel like he's not taking care of his fellow blood members. Drake did 18 billion streams in 2025, clearing Rick Ross' total career of 11 billion streams. Rick Ross should not be beefing with Drake, I'll tell you that much. Kanye West debunks this bucket list that appeared online. That is bucket list for life. He says it's cap. Skydiving, scuba diving, surfing. He has some things checked off, right? See the pyramids. Learn French. Drive from LA to New York. Buy a house in New York. Design my own line. He already did that. Write a book. Climb a volcano. Swim with the sharks. Buy a house in Jamaica. Learn to pole dance. Own a pug. Paint often. He said this is cap, man. Look, it says this list is not real. All right, so let's listen to a little of this Alabama beef. There's some beef going on in Alabama. I don't know all these artists. The only ones I know is Honeykomb Brazy. I knew a guy named Reggie once from Montgomery, but he passed away. I did a video for him in the past. But, yeah, these guys get on arguing. I guess there's beef going on. And Finesse2Tymes inserts himself into this beef. Listen.
You said I was a rat. Get that shit out the way. No, you said I was a rat, gang.
I'm just saying, you ain't. When the last time you had a fight?
It was funny until you said I was a rat.
Nigga, when the last time you had a fight?
I ain't gonna. When the last time I had a fight, nigga? What the fuck I got to fight for?
Exactly. So what the fuck is you?
Now, nobody's ever heard of these artists, but they're driving in Rolls Royces and everything. It doesn't even make sense. Honeykomb Brazy only has 100K monthly listeners. You're not buying Rolls Royces with that. You barely can pay for lunch.
On this hoe, I wanted to. You don't do that. Shut up. That's what I was saying. That's all I was saying.
A nigga like you, bro, I don't know what you
about being old and went to talk about money.
Now, okay. I think the one up in the upper right-hand corner is Young Blue. So obviously, I forgot he's from Alabama. Okay, of course he has a Rolls Royce.
See, no,
he's had a lot of success.
I don't know where you at, but I'm not one of no rap. I'm not one of those type of nigga, boy.
See that same shit you got on the internet
and sold out
nigga
that you think I am. I'm a show one of y'all later when y'all bust into me though.
Nigga, know you, bro.
I don't even know why you own this bitch, boy. I don't even know you. Just the most attention.
Okay, so they're beefing. Then Honeykomb Brazy, Finesse2Tymes inserts himself. He says, I guess Fat Mac was one of the guys there. Fat Mac 448. That's Christian Spot. I hustle no luck. This guy a babysitting him. He might lie for him, but on God he ain't on ish. Let's see. He ain't got no hits, no radio play. That's true. I guess Honeykomb Brazy's staying with somebody since he's been out of jail. And wait, where is that? Did I put that way? Yeah, here.
Boys, you can lie to Fat Mac now. You can't lie to me. Man, that's Christian house, boy. That ain't your shit, boy. You know I know who shit that is. Hey, Fat Mac, don't let that nigga pop it on you like that. That ain't that nigga house, that nigga pool.
Oh, yeah, because he was showing off the house. That's funny. Honeykomb Brazy was showing off the house and everything like it was his.
That nigga got an air mattress. Christian
an air mattress.
ain't bought that nigga now couch, now furniture. That's Christian shit. His bitch got Airbnbs. Christian bitch got Airbnbs. On God, he's trying to pop it on Alabama. On God, he ain't got shit. That is not his shit. He is not paying them bills, bro. He broke in hell, bro. He ain't got shit going. He can't sell a song, bro. He can't do shit, bro. Y'all niggas need to sell some ass. I'm telling you, bro. He ain't got himself nothing going, Fat Man. On God, I still fuck with you, bro. I still fuck with Baby Mel, bro. But that shit was weak, bro. But at the same time, hey, on God, though, that young nigga ain't got shit going on. Look at her.
Look at his hair.
Hey, Fat Man called my phone. This nigga on my phone. Look.
Yo. Then Honeykomb Brazy's pressed. Honeykomb Brazy look like he's 50, bro. I don't know how old he really is. Let's see. Honeykomb Brazy age 30. Bro, that's a rough 30, bro. That's a rough 30, bro. 30 years old. This guy's be looking rough. He pressed to show a girl because Finesse2Tymes was telling him, you ain't got no girls.
You been talking about niggas since you got out of jail. A nigga ain't seen you with a bitch yet. You told G Herbo you slapped his beat before you slapped your bitch. Boy, stop. You did what? You slapped his what?
Yo, Finesse is funny. I ain't gonna lie. Even though he's a clown sometimes, he's funny. Especially when he beefing with Honeykomb Brazy. Clarissa Shields goes off on this guy right here, right? He was just keeping it real with her, though. I'm going to be honest with you. He was telling her, yo, why you shopping for yourself in Louis Vuitton and acting like Papoose buy you them gifts? Papoose with his family on Christmas. He ain't with you and you're mad. Go find, and he said, I want better for you. Go find yourself a single man that will splurge on you. And that's a fact. Papoose somehow talks his way into these situations. Papoose doesn't got anything going, really. He can rap. Never really worked at TuneCore like that. They tried to do, if TuneCore was smart, they would have hired Russ to promote them more, right? Not Papoose. You want to see someone with actual success on the platform, right? And Russ used TuneCore in the beginning. Papoose, ever since 2007, I guess, you haven't really heard much from him. He puts out a ton of albums, only has 100,000 monthly listeners, The truth is the truth, and the truth hurts sometimes, okay? Is Papoose nice on the mic? Yes. Do I like some Papoose songs? Of course. But they treat him like he's hip-hop royalty. But he hasn't had a lot of success in hip-hop. It's the facts. He did the DVD era. Then he got a deal. Somehow he finessed his way into a deal and wasn't able to deliver anything. It was a big waste of money for the label. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then now he's living off of Clarissa Shields, probably trying to convince her that he's the reason she's at another level of success, when really it's just her hard work. Now, did this drama bring some different attention to her? Yes. She's on blogs and stuff now, and it creates more interest. But it's really people watching a disaster. Papoose is still married to Remy. Things are being exposed. Clarissa's involved in the love triangle. And this is not what you want to get into. This is not what you want to get into. I think Papoose is Papoose 50? Age. He's about to be 50, man. And Clarissa Shields is 30, I think, right? Clarissa Shields age. She's 30. 20 years difference, which is fine, but it's like, stop propping him up to somebody who's not. So she says, you sassy. You really on here mad because I went shopping. Papoose going through a divorce. Talking about parading around together. Man, got one of these girls who need guidance. I made it. Still making it. You're still young and you don't realize the mistakes you're making. We all think we have it figured out at 30. And we don't. We don't. We think we do, but we don't. So he responds, Clarissa, I'm not mad you went shopping, and I'm glad you're succeeding. Do you know how much money you're leaving on the table? You should be the Mary Lou Retton. I rocks with you. and Pap. But I'm going to be real with you, even if you hate me. Even if you hate me. I love when you had the short fro before the come up. And I love you now. I don't want, without wanting anything from you. I look at you like a daughter. He said, what? But he says, I just want better for you. This man's married. You should be with a single guy who can give you more, of what anybody needs. Why would you want a complicated situation?
Clarissa Shields, when I say you don't have a good mentor around you, this is what I mean. Who thought it was a good idea for you to go in the Louis Vuitton store thinking that you were stunting on people when you in there looking mad, you in there looking disgruntled?
True.
And why? Because somebody else's man is not with you on the holidays. Like, this here video should have been you with a single guy that you engage with, him taking you to the Louis Vuitton store, and him spending his money on you. That is not a flex. You taking $20,000 of your own money to go into the Louis Vuitton store and buy yourself a Christmas present when you're around the internet parading with somebody else's husband.
It's true. He won't sign the papers. All he has to do is sign the papers, and he won't because he doesn't want to let go. That's a fact. And you know what? People could say, they could say, people keep commenting on our relationship. You keep throwing it in our face. If you, listen, there's private stuff, and you keep it private. If you want it to be private, you keep it private, right? I don't put my relationship on the gram, really, like that, like with details. And you shouldn't either if you don't want people to comment on it. If you start putting your stuff out there, people are going to comment on it because now it's out there to be judged. And that's that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. That's about it, man. We'll see what happens here. We'll see if Drake drops his album next year. We'll see. Obviously, it didn't happen this year. We only have one more day left. Anyways, this is JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button for me. Share this video. I hope you guys are going to have a happy new year. Set goals for yourself and keep them to yourself. Because you know what? People will just make fun of your goals. Set goals for yourself and keep them to yourself and hold yourself accountable. Don't share them with the world because you don't want bad eyes. You don't want bad eyes on you. People hating on your goals, Set your goals. Keep them to yourself. If you need to share it with somebody, share it with yourself. Record a video that you can play back 6 months from now and see if you're holding yourself accountable to these goals. I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.